In this video, we will be tying a golden stonefly nymph. To start, we have the Daiichi 1260 in size 6 in the vise with a 4.7mm brass black bead. We will first tie in our antennas. To do this, we will move the bead back on the hook and start our thread right behind the eye of the hook. Then snip the tag end off close. Now, take a section of the grizzly flutter legs and tie them in a V shape as shown. We will complete a quick 4 to 5 turn whip finish. We will then cut our thread off. Now we will slide the bead over the thread. Next, we will add 15 or so wraps of .020 lead-free wire for added weight. We will now start our thread here, fluorescent yellow UTC 140 denier, right behind the wire wraps, and we will snip off the tag end. We will then cover over the wire wraps and bring our thread deep into the bend of the hook. We will now grab another strand of the grizzly flutter legs and tie in a tail in the same fashion as the front. We will now advance the thread back up the bend to just behind the wire wraps. For this next part, we need to cut 2 long strands of black UTC wire in medium and 1 strand of fluorescent yellow in medium. We will tie them all in together. You want the strands about 10 inches long to give yourself extra length, as you do not want to run out of wire halfway through. Now, we will take the wire and wrap it up the body to create the abdomen. Make sure the 2 black wires stay together with the yellow in between. This will give it a cool mottled look. Try to keep the wraps as close as possible. We will then capture and secure the wire with our thread. Next, use side cutters or an old pair of scissors to cut the wire off close. You can use the scissors to press the wire ends down and secure tightly. Now we will tie in a 4 to 5 inch length of pearl tinsel here in large, and we will secure it down back to where the wire starts. We will now cut a piece of thin skin just slightly wider than the pearl tinsel. We will tie it down the same way. I am using a mottled color thin skin, but any color of thin skin will work. Now we will add the legs. Take a section of the grizzly legs and tie them on the far side of the body. Then take another section and tie it on the close side. We can give them a quick trim while we install them. We will now move our thread to behind the legs . Next, we will add a fairly large noodle of UV ice dub here in light yellow. And we will start making wraps behind and in front of the legs. Make sure you do not catch the legs. You can add more dubbing as needed and work towards the back of the bead, sweeping the legs forward and back. Now we will take the thin skin and pull it over the top and secure it down with a few wraps of thread. We will then cut the butt end off close. We will now do the same for the tinsel. We can now complete a 4 to 5 turn whip finish and cut our thread off close. You can now trim the tail, antenna, and legs to about the same length. This next step is optional, but it will help with the final look and durability of the fly. We will add some Solarez thick UV resin over the bead and down the body. We will now cure the resin with a good shot of UV light. The fly is now complete. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.